This lesson is called Composition of the Earth. Do you remember when we learned about how the earth was made and it was still very hot? And everything in it was still a liquid state. Well, things began to settle according to their weight. The heaviest things went to the bottom, nearest the heart or the center of the earth. The heaviest things went to the center, and on top of that floated a lighter part, and on top of that, still a lighter part. The part of the earth nearest the center is called the barosphere. Barosphere comes from the Greek word barios, which means heavy. On top of the barosphere settled a lighter part that we see right here, this brown part, and that's called lithosphere. Lithos comes from the Greek word meaning stone. We live on top of the lithosphere. That's the part we live on. Then on top of the lithosphere settled still a lighter part. We see that right here, and that's called the hydrosphere. That's that dark blue line. It's a hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is where the water is. The word hydrosphere comes from the Greek word hydor, meaning water. On top of the hydrosphere settled still a lighter part, and that is called the atmosphere. It's that light blue part right there. And the atmosphere is the air all around us. Atmosphere comes from the Greek word meaning vapor. Now the lithosphere is very, very thin compared to the rest of the earth. The diameter of our whole earth is about 8,000 miles. So diameter is from this part of the earth all the way across to that part. The lithosphere is about 23 miles thick. Not very much compared to the whole earth, is it? Now the hydrosphere is even thinner than the lithosphere. It's only about 2.5 miles thick. Now let's imagine that this meter stick is the diameter of the earth. So it goes all the way over like that. Okay. Now, the lithosphere would be about 2/16 of an inch. It would be about right there from here to there compared to the whole rest of the stick. Be about right there. Okay. Now the hydrosphere would be practically invisible. The atmosphere would be about 1/16 of an inch. About right there where my fingernail is. About right there. Now the part that we actually breathe is about 1/4 of that 1/16. Not very much at all. Now why don't we fall off the lithosphere? Well, it's because the barosphere pulls everything towards itself. Okay, people, water, rocks, everything is pulled towards the center of the earth. And that is why we don't fall off. Now this force has a special name. It's called the force of gravity. When something drops, it drops towards the center of the earth rather than going into space because of gravity. Gravity pulls it down. Now for follow-up, you could do research about gravity, you could draw the chart, you could learn about the different types of names. Okay, have a great day.